Okay, so the world of Boruto just got completely flipped on its head. The latest chapter, True Power, has unleashed a whole new level of chaos on the Hidden Leaf Village, and we have got to break it all down. We're talking a coordinated attack, a power awakening that nobody saw coming, and the return of a certain hero that changes, well, everything.
Right off the bat, we're hit with this guy, Jura. He's a god-tier threat, born from the Ten Tails, and he's got one mission: find Naruto Uzumaki. Now here's the problem, right? He's looking for the village's greatest hero, in a village that's been tricked into forgetting he even exists.
But this isn't just one bad guy showing up to start a fight. Oh no. What we're seeing here is a calculated, two-pronged assault that catches Konoha completely by surprise. It's pretty clear these new villains are playing on a whole different field.
So the chaos just explodes on two fronts at once. As you can see, you've got Jira confronting Team 10 and going right after Naruto's daughter, Himawari. At the exact same time, his partner is attacking Sarada Uchiha on the other side of the village. This isn't random. It's a full-blown, coordinated invasion. And Yora's focus is just chilling. He pretty much ignores everyone else and zooms right in on Himawari. Why? Because he senses a chakra inside her that he says is, and I quote, akin to the Nine Tails. This is a massive revelation. It completely changes what we thought we knew about the Uzumaki kids. So, faced with this, unimaginable power, what does Himawari do? She doesn't even flinch. In a moment of pure, raw heroism, she tells her friends to get out of there. She knows she's the target, and she puts herself right in the line of fire to save them. And that one act of self-sacrifice, well, that's what pushes her over the edge. It leads us right into the heart of this chapter, the unbelievable awakening of a power that absolutely nobody knew she had. Jura keeps pushing her, and something inside Himawari just snaps. With a simple shut up, she lands a physical punch that actually makes this godlike being stumble. I mean, the shock on his face says it all. This should not be happening. And then it just erupts. Her chakra explodes out of her, her hair flares up into what looks exactly like the tails of a tailed beast. It's a perfect mirror of her father's Jinchuriki form. The ground itself is cracking and shaking from the pure energy she's giving off. She's not just looking the part either. She's instantly using the power. Look at this. She is forming a tailed beast bomb, one of the most powerful, destructive jutsu in the entire Naruto universe. This is legendary level stuff we're seeing. And boom, she lets it fly. The result is just this catastrophic explosion that carves a massive crater into the village. The scale of this thing proves this is no imitation. This is the real deal. Terrifying, genuine power. You know how you can tell this is a really big deal? The villain himself says so. Jura isn't just surprised she has this power. He's completely baffled by how fast she's controlling it. He actually calls it a surprise and questions how she did it so quickly. But, her power is still new, it's raw, and despite that massive attack, Jura's speed is just on another level. He closes the distance in a blink and lands this heavy kick, sending her flying. It's a brutal reminder of how dangerous this fight still is. And before she can even get her bearings, Jura is on her again, impaling her with his attack. This one panel just cranks the tension up to 1,000. Even with this incredible awakening, Himawari is now seriously wounded and on the brink of being defeated. Okay, so while that life-or-death struggle is going on, the other side of this attack is raising some massive questions. Let's switch gears for a second and dive into the mystery of who these new enemies actually are. So over with Sarada, she is fighting the other intruder. And then, in a completely shocking twist, he uses the Chidori. We're talking about the signature assassination jutsu perfected by her father, Sasuke Uchiha. How is that even possible? So Sarada demands to know who he is, right? And his answer, man, it is just bone-chilling. He doesn't give a name. He doesn't give a reason. He just says, who am I? I'm trying to figure that out. This isn't just an enemy. This is a walking identity crisis with insane power. So this leaves us with so many questions. What is their real connection to Sasuke that lets them use his Chidori? Are they some kind of advanced clones or something else entirely? And what's their ultimate goal here? Jura's after Himawari's power, this other guy is after Sarada. What's the end game? All right, so with both fronts about to collapse and our heroes totally outmatched, the chapter builds to its huge climax. All hope seems lost. until a familiar flash of yellow appears on the scene.
You can just feel the desperation. Konohamaru, an elite jonin, hits the villain point blank with his Rasengan, and the guy just brushes it aside like it was nothing. It's a total shutdown, proving that nobody currently in the village stands a chance.
And right at that moment, when it feels like it's all over, a blur cuts across the sky. You see a dark cloak, a flash of yellow hair. A savior has arrived. That's right. After all this time, branded a traitor and forced into exile, Boruto Uzumaki is back in the Hidden Leaf Village. In their absolute darkest hour, the hero has finally come home. And he does not waste a single second. The villain moves in to finish Sarada, but Boruto unleashes the Flying Raijin Jutsu, the legendary teleportation technique of his grandfather, the fourth Hokage. In an instant, he's at a marked kunai, blocking the attack and pulling Sarada to safety. It's an incredible display of skill.
And that leaves us with this final epic standoff. Boruto is standing guard, protecting Sarada, facing down an enemy that seems to be a twisted version of her own father. The battle lines have been completely redrawn.
So here's the ultimate question, right? Boruto is back. He's stronger. He's wielding legendary techniques. But he is facing godlike beings who can just shrug off jutsu and have these terrifying, unknown powers. Is the return of one hero really going to be enough to turn this tide? I guess we'll have to wait and find out.